Alright, good morning, and good afternoon. I don't know why I opened it. And good night. I hope y'all are doing well. I apologize, I'm a little out of energy today. I was doing some car shopping yesterday, and it is so mentally draining. Like, I don't know if y'all have ever gone car shopping or not, but it's just mentally such a strain. So I apologize for that. I'll try my best to, have a little pep in my step, but we do have one common that is worth over $1. Did not hit it in the first pack. We actually do have a few handful of uncommons that are at that dollar range. And our first rare, we're starting off with Vivian's Invocation. How are y'all doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. A Manolith. Not worth $1 though, unfortunately. And the guide, Gargoyle Centaur, and the Enchanter, and the Demanding Dragon. I know that when I did emblem, that maybe worth something. When I did the pre-release, I know that the Demanding Dragon was my promo card. So, a little nostalgia for me. I mean, it's not much of a pricey card, but certain cards just, take me back a little bit. Vampire Sovereign and the Wind Reader Sphinx. I'm hoping though that we can hit like some of those reprint cards they had, like Crucible Worlds, like those kinds of cards, Omniscience, something big. You never know. But surprisingly, a lot of the mythics in this set are actually still very pricey. I know that I don't remember, is this set in standard? I don't think it is anymore. Oh, we did get our 4 rare though. The Valiant Knight. Other knights you get control. +1/+1. That card might actually be worth something. Especially because the Brawl decks that they printed, that Knight Commander, or Knight, yeah, Commander. I don't know why I can't think of the name. But Knights are pretty heavily played now because of that card being printed, so Knight cards might be worth something for that reason. And the Goblin Trashmaster, actually one of my favorite Goblin cards. Especially if you can just make like a bunch of like little Goblin tokens or anything like that, then you're for sure going to be able to just use and abuse that power as much as you want. And the Death Baron. Now, one of the cool things that I thought about this set is, I mean, we literally already hit 3 cards that have to deal with creature types. So anything, in my opinion, that has to deal with like a specific creature type is like a really cool card, because you get to easily build a deck like for a beginner or something. Johnny's welcome. You can like easily just build a deck starting off. And then you basically can just choose a creature type and just throw the cards in there, and you have not like an optimal deck or anything, but just something, decent enough to actually like physically play with or something. I know that like when my brother builds decks, he prefers to choose like some kind of ability or creature type or something along those lines. Oh, Nicol Bolas though, a little transform token there. But he'll pick the creature type or something like that, and then just kind of just only do cards like that. So I always like it when they add a little bit more power to some stuff, but then other times there's certain creature types that I feel don't really need any buffs, like let's say Slivers or something. Like Slivers, you don't really need any buffs in that. Slivers is already pretty good. But something like, I don't know, dogs, like a dog creature type. There aren't very many dog buffs. I know that they just made another, like elves don't really need any more buffs in my opinion. But I mean, sometimes the abilities on the cards alone are sometimes worth it to use them, even though that they're not really your creature type. I say sometimes, just because, there's always a chance that it pertains specifically to, first mythic though, the Resplendent, hopefully I said that right, Angel. Really cool card if you're trying to play an Angel deck. Really good and efficient way to get out quite a bit of Angels out fairly quickly, just from the ability alone. And Gravedigger. And the Remorseful Cleric. Really good graveyard hate card. You get another emblem, maybe it's worth something, maybe it's not. I think that the site that I use though to get pricing, at least for this set, for some reason is like bugged up or something, because it says that there's a token that is $26. One with the machine. Reminds me of the comedy sketch with the machine. Where was it going? Oh yeah, the token thing for some reason is glitched up, and it says there's a token that's $26. Hey, Nicol Bolas, best mythic in the set. Too bad it's not foil, but still a really good card for sure. I think like 25, 26 bucks, somewhere around there, and we also did get the transform cards for it, so we have 2 now. But I think it's bugged because it says that it's a dual-sided token, and I don't think any of these tokens are dual-sided. And then on top of that, it says in parentheses Game Night, so I think it's supposed to be like one of the Game Night sets that's a dual-sided token. But I didn't think any of those tokens were like worth anything. Like I don't know like if that part, like the price in itself is bugged too or something. Like I couldn't imagine somebody paying $26 for like a creature token, you know. That just seems a little outrageous to me, but that's just me, I guess. Millstone, really good mill card. Gutter Snipe and Mystic Archaeologist. Now they've always been trying to copy that Ancestral Recall ability. I don't know how they settled on 5 to draw 3 cards. In my opinion, maybe should be 4, but that's just me. Like they should make like some, you know, some really good draw cards that allow you to draw the 3 but at really cheap price. Like print more of those, especially like for myself being a blue player. Like I don't know, I feel like I always have to do like some really janky stuff to try to actually get the draw kind of stuff. Poison Tip, I think that's our first one of the box. And the Desecrated Tomb. Really good for a creature token deck for sure. If you're playing creature tokens, in my opinion, if you don't throw that in your deck, then I don't really know what you're doing, to be honest. Because it, you know, that you're being able to essentially double your tokens if you have like a creature that when it dies you get a token or something like that. And then also on top of that, it's a colorless artifact, so you can really throw it in any deck. Now I haven't seen the common yet, the common at $1. I'm a little surprised we haven't run into it yet. I know that we've been hitting quite a few uncommons that are in that $1 range, but common wise, I mean, we don't really seem like we're hitting any value with that. We have passed halfway through the box and haven't got any other mythics yet, so, or never mind. I'm just, like I said, I'm tired. I apologize. I don't know why I was thinking we only got the 1 mythic. I totally forgot about Nicol Bolas. I told you though, I mean, car shopping is so exhausting, but hopefully I found a car that might work for me. Lovely car, fun to drive. Now at this point I'm just hunting for the best price, which is going to be even more exhausting. So if you happen to see any other videos in the next like this next coming week or whatever that I see bland like this, I apologize. I'm just trying to get a car. Oh, Reliquary, first one of the box. I'm just trying to get a new car because my car crapped out finally. I think I'm gonna get it fixed, but it's gonna be a while to it's gonna get fixed because I literally need to replace the engine. So I don't have very high hopes that it's gonna get fixed anytime soon. So I'm just planning on buying a car though. The Detection Tower, really good if you're playing against Shroud or even Hexproof. In my opinion, those lands are always like one of those lands that if you can work them in the deck, you should. At least for me, I don't play against like a whole lot of Hexproof type cards, but if you don't build your deck with that intention, then you're potentially, you know, missing on being able to get rid of those threats. And like, let's say they don't have any creatures that have Hexproof, so you're just burning all of your removal, and then they played the one Hexproof card they have in the whole deck, and it's something busted. Or even if they put an enchantment on like a really busted card, you know, I don't know, I felt like Hexproof and Shroud both were always like very difficult for me to deal with, like play against. But that didn't stop me from actually playing Hexproof. I think I had maybe like one or two, but I never did like in Modern, you know, where you get like a super cheap like 1-drop Hexproof creature and just pump it to oblivion. I didn't have a deck like that. But oh, Mythic number 3, Scapeshift, not a bad card for sure. Good way to double the amount of lands you have, especially if you're playing with Azula, I think, is that the one that you play 2 extra lands per turn, and then on top of that you're running Crucible of Worlds. You're playing quite a bit of lands. We'll be honest with that. The Dark Dweller though, why is my camera? There we go. I don't think I ever got any of these Dark Dwellers whenever I opened boxes. I opened 3 boxes before. I mean, I'm sure that there's a chance that I've gotten that card, but I don't recognize it at all or anything. So I'm not quite sure on that, to be honest. Harpy, Scholar, Bloodlord, and Chaos Wand. I don't think that we're necessarily like... if I'm gonna guess, we're probably below our value, but not by much. But we definitely need like something juicy here. Speaking of juicy, 4 mythic box, going for 5, I guess. I mean, I don't know why and what is going on. Like, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone that literally the last, like, I don't know, let's say like 4 or 5 unboxings. I was just about to say, the last 4 or 5 unboxing, I've been getting like 5 mythic boxes. Like with booster boxes, you're supposed to get 3 on average, and maximum you're supposed to get 4. So, like, I don't know why I keep on getting 5 mythic boxes like back to back to back. Unless they change something that I'm not aware of, like the increased pull rate or something like that. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I'm a little shocked that we keep on getting mythic, like super mythic boxes or whatever. Amulet of Safekeeping, really good against creature tokens. Looks like we're 2 packs left. This might actually not be a bad box. If I'm gonna guess, it's maybe like a 4 or 5. Like I said, I don't think that we. I don't think that we really hit like anything particularly like OP or anything like super expensive, but I think that we did hit like some decent cards. You know, we had one of all of the token related cards. We had you know, we had a 5 mythics here, best mythic in the set. I mean, we didn't get a Crucible of Worlds, that's what I was hoping to get, but we did get quite a few other good cards. So honestly, I'd be kind of curious to see where this box ended up going, value wise for sure. And open the graves for the close. No foil at all. Well, thank y'all so much for stopping by. You guys know how to support. Have a good rest of your day.